Hello fellow video gamers. Today I'm going to make my first review about a Sega Genesis game, Boogerman. So this is a weird game I found in my library. Well, let's just play and you'll see. I think it'll be pretty good. Before we start, I want to say that I have a lot of broken controllers, and excuse me if I'm going to play bad, because there's only one left that barely plays. When you push the buttons, they don't usually do what they're supposed to do. So the game starts like every other Sega game, with Sega logo on it. Wait, it's Ega? It's actually Ega? I don't understand, how could you misspell such an important thing like that? Yeah, so actually the letter S is brought to you by Boogerman farting his way through, and then he throws a booger at you. What disrespect for the owner of the game. It was like, yeah, you bought the game, now have a booger in your face. Then you get a choice of two to enter a password or start the game. Let's start with the password. So you get a pretty neat password where you can see all the enemies of the game. It's pretty short, but man, they could have picked some other background. It's just the same Boogerman logo. It drives me crazy a little. Okay, I think it's enough about the intro. Let's finally analyze this shit from deep inside. Yeah, I just said that. At the beginning you see the plot pointed out with the lab background, but has some really hard to understand words for a child, so they obviously didn't really think about the players. I like this word right here. Pretty fun word for a 5-year-old back in the days, huh? So the short version is that in some dumbass professor's lab, whom you never actually get to see, is some kind of a dildo thing that filters all pollution and dumps it into one place, maybe into James' ear. And later an eccentric millionaire starts working there. Eccentric. Who cares about his personality? You still don't get to talk to him, and besides it's way too hard word for a 5-year-old. Yeah, and that's your millionaire. Wanna bet that Bill Gates looked the same? And the lab looks like a piece of junk. The lines are all wiggly, like a drunk homeless person drew this picture. So a millionaire dollar maid becomes a Superman. Nice. Pretty neat costume you got there. Where did you get it? From your ass? Then he jumps into that trash can that is called excrement. Pretty original interplay. So finally the game starts, and that's when you discover that it is a platformer, because neither did the cartridge or the name give away what it is supposed to be. So back to the game. So actually the first thing that you do in the game is dump a shit pile. How many Sega games do you know where you can do that? And why the fuck is this tree smiling about? Man, I'm gonna shoot you with... Damn! I just burped completely into that tree's face and it's still smiling like a fucking drug user clown faggot. You can also jump on these blobs or bloody scrambled eggs. But these toilet uncloggers are the main deal. Try to collect at least 30 of them in each stage, then you'll get an extra life which will come in useful as it's supposed to be. It took me a while to figure out what is what. I thought that booger is my health bar and that green salad is my energy or something. But no, that booger is your ammo, that salad thing is also your ammo, and the only health bar you get is that cape. Yeah, the cape is your health bar. Holy crap, did you see that? Boogerman killed the demon gargoyle with a single rabbit shit of a booger. And not only does he die, but he explodes into thin air. And that's not the only thing that is damn powerful. His stomp, his burp, his fart, his spits are also nuclear. This game has a total of 5 levels with a bunch of stages within each of them. And at the end of each stage, Boogerman stacks those uncloggers to build a ladder of some sort to get his head, which also resembles his life. But the head looks like a head of Eddie from the Ed, Edd and Eddy series. Both the head pictures of your lives and burping and farting meter looks almost exactly like Eddie's. Lack of creativity, I must say. And now a short history lesson for you gamers. Boogerman was also released on Super Nintendo Entertainment System about a year after it was unleashed in Genesis cartridge, but that's all fine and dandy. Yet the weirdest thing is that it was actually released for the Nintendo Wii system almost after 14 fucking years. I mean, why the hell did this game have to be remade again after such a long time for a so successful and unique system? We don't actually get to in this game to play with all those Wii accessories. Well, but Wii and SNES are both Nintendo system, so it makes perfect sense, right? Also, Boogerman character made a cameo at Clay Fighter 63 1/3, where he was a main rival to the good old Earthworm Jim. But both games were made by Interplay, so it doesn't really count as a popularity sign. And I read in Wikipedia that Boogerman actually won the Grossest Character of 1994 award by Electronic Gaming Monthly. I didn't even know there was such a piece of shit award. But enough about the history. Another piece of dog shit that comes to my eye are the enemies. Most of them are pretty average for a game like this. You have overgrown snails, gargoyles, flame pussies, real boogers, jumping boogers, but one of them pisses me off the most. It's that blob one. It dies from one hit, but his fucking drops of melted shit are the worst. You have to completely wait until they disappear, or they will take your cape away. It's fucking retarded! There are few power-ups throughout the levels like milk balls under the red pepper, which makes your fart and burp fiery, just like in the cartoons, huh? I don't understand why the fart and the burp are really always connected like the same meter. They like on the totally different sides of your body. If it would be anything, it should be the booger and the burp. They're at least both come from your face, not your asshole. Overall, this game resembles me of Mario, not only that it's a side-scroller platformer, but it has that some kind of a pole thing at the end of the stage. Many background things have faces or at least eyes like Mario Mountains have, but this thing right here resembles me the most. You know what it is, it's a fucking pipe warp like in Mario. Except it's a toilet here. Pretty original again. Alright, a fire breath and off the toilet. So you appear in a new sewer land where you might think that you should be going all the way to the right, but well, oh shit, the control is stuck, and off to a bottomless pit of boogers. Man, what the fuck? I mean, it's just like in the reality, right? You're walking straight forward, carelessly dreaming about something, when oh my god, you drop into a fucking radioactive booger and acid mixed bottomless sewer pit, which doesn't make even much sense. Like, what it is a sewer line doing deep underground some parallel dimension booger forest? It's not like anyone is using those toilets to make a reason to build a sewer line. And who the hell built this thing anyway? It was probably that fucking blob thing. Well, this time I'm just going to rush to the end of this level to show you one particular monster I found quite interesting. It should be about here. Yeah, it's this one. Yeah. So this sewer man is very familiar to me from the Juniper Lee series. I think I saw one of these in that cartoon. Yeah, but who cares? Now I'm not going to show you all of the levels of this game. That's for you to discover if you want. But this is the last level you play, and it's a real sword to the eye. Those walls are melting my brains. This main evil, also millionaire character has no taste in decorating his house. I mean, why the fuck did he have to put so many copies of his childhood moments where he smells and touches his own poop? And those walls, I can't look at them, they're driving me crazy. In this level you can find a lot of damn glitches, where the monsters keep disappearing or appearing at complete random, like on these two platforms. And that unclogger, yeah, you just saw it, it just reappeared there. I hate that glitch with the monsters. You think that sometimes it could get useful, but actually no. Sometimes there's appeared even more monster than usual, like on this railway leading to nowhere. There are too much fucking strong booger jumpers. And why are they so damn powerful? What, my boogers are not nuclear enough for you to explode? And I keep thinking about those blob things. Like, watch here, I burp on them, and the blob still fucking kills me! I quote, "Challenge is one thing, but why the hell this game had to fucking trick me?" So stomping on them and burping at the blob is out of the question. What's the use of them anyway then? They could have just give me more boogers then. And I find every monster has a glitch on them in this game. Some keep disappearing, some are too small to stomp on them correctly, some are too damn strong. God, I hate this game. There are also bats in the first level that I haven't mentioned before, but they are completely the same as the ghosts, so no purpose creating them whatsoever. You know, I want to show you one last thing before I introduce you to the final boss or go crazy. I haven't actually played this game in much detail, but in the last level and the second stage you can easily do something like this. Yeah, saw that? I completely skipped half of the level and saved some time, and got to keep life too. Didn't think much before they were planning the game's plan. I don't know. And now look at this spot. I'm completely stuck. Sure, I came through that guard easily, but believe me, I actually died here like 3 times before. So okay, on to the last boss. You know, that dog always reminded me of the dog from the Mask movie when the mask was put on the dog. I like it that they made the villain and the hero talk a bit, yet the quality isn't at the best. But what do you want? It's Sega. And Boogerman actually rickrolls the mother-in-law fucker. Yeah, I guess that M on his shirt stands for MILF. So the boss actually becomes very easy once you fight him a couple of times and create a strategy and stick to the pattern like I did. So after you defeat him, he actually says, "Oh shit," and if you listen carefully. And then he does the stupidest thing ever. Yeah, he said the Terminator line. Like, oh yeah, it sounded so cool. Well, I could say a lot more about this game, like the ending, but I'm restricted to a time limit, so I hope you enjoyed my first review, because it was a fucking nightmare to do it. Good night, douchebags.